what's up, y'all? Preston for Fight Media 360 here. So this is a quick preview and prediction for Mikaela versus Erica Farias. So before I get to all this, if you guys didn't know, this fight takes place on the Noya Inoue versus Michael Desmarinas undercard. This is the co-main for the fight. Excuse me. So now let's talk about their odds. Their stats. The odds, then what they need to do to win, and then my final prediction. So, Mikaela comes in. So let's start off with Mikaela. So Mikaela comes into the fight with a record of 14 wins, no losses, 0 draws, with 5 KOs. She stands at a height of 5'9" with a 66.5-inch reach. Now let's start out. Now it's Erica Farias. So Erica Farias comes into the fight with a record of 26 wins, 4 losses, 0 draws, with 10 KOs. She stands at a height of 5'4", and her reach is unknown. Mikaela is listed as a negative 4K favorite over Farias. Erica Farias. So now we got that out the way. Now let's talk about what they need to do to win, and then my final prediction for the fight. So let's start off with the very big favorite, Mikaela. So first of all, I kind of like Mikaela. I never used to really like Mikaela, but she's been growing on me, I kind of do like her. I like how she can box and then she can scrap. She's kind of like the Josh Taylor. She's kind of not necessarily like a Josh Taylor, but she's kind of like a Walmart version of a Josh Taylor. No disrespect, but yeah. And this ain't a bad of a fight for her. Because Farias ain't no bum, she been fighting tough fighters like Jessica Caskilla McCaskill. She lost twice, but then one of them was a very close fight. So she definitely isn't a bum. That's a good fight for Mikaela. If she beats Farias, there's some really good options out there, like Amanda Serrano, what's her name, Katie Taylor, there's Jessica Caskilla McCaskill, and then there's also Delphine Bersoon. That's a fight I would really like to see for Mikaela. If she beats Erica Farias, it would be a good fight between her and Delphine Bersoon. That would be a very good fight. But if they fought, I would probably have to lean more towards Delphine Bersoon in that fight. I think she would be just a bit more active. But yeah. So now let's talk about what they need to do to win. So let's start off with the heavy favorite again. So let's start off with Mikaela. So what Mikaela needs to do is use her height and reach advantage, because it looks like because she is like 4 inches taller than Erica Farias, and it looks like she has longer arms. She usually has longer arms against her opponents. She's usually bigger. So, and I would like to see her box, because I really like when Mikaela boxes. Because Farias, she throws not a whole lot. So I think she should make that big factor in the fight, and outbox her and outpoint her, and and then be also kind of like aggressive and hit her to the body, and just make her life miserable. I would really like to see that from Mikaela, because she got all the tools to defeat Farias. She got a good jab. She's a good counter puncher. She's a very good brawler. Like she's just all around very good fighter. So she needs to use those tools against Farias. Because on the other hand, Farias is bigger than her. She's like, because she's originally a super lightweight, and so Mikaela Mayer is a super featherweight. So Erica Farias is a natural bigger fighter. Even though she's shorter, she's a natural bigger fighter. So she do, even though she only got 10 knockouts, she does carry a little bit of power for, like, you know, women. Not trying to be disrespectful or anything, you know. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything, you know. But you know what I mean. So, you know, she could hurt Mikaela. So I think Mikaela needs to watch out for that. Other than that, if she watches out for that, she has all the tools to defeat her. She has boxing skills, the aggressiveness. She needs to use all those against Farias. So yeah. And now let's go on to the live underdog, Erica Farias. So Erica Farias, she's alright. She's actually not that bad, but what I'd like to see from her is to throw more punches against. I know I say that a lot, but a lot of these men and women aren't really throwing that many punches, really. But I would like to see her throw a little bit more, especially against Mikaela Mayer, because Mikaela Mayer does like to brawl too. And so when she's trying to brawl, try to brawl with her and throw punches, because Erica Farias does have a little bit of power on her. So I feel like she could hurt Mikaela Mayer when she brawls. So I think she needs to use that as an advantage over Mikaela, and then try to just pound her up, and then really, like, make her cautious and not, you know, kind of like what I said in my other video, with what video did I do? With with the Inoue fight, when I said Des Marinas should like, you know, catch Inoue slipping and drop Inoue, and then like kind of like get Inoue's attention, and then make Inoue more cautious to not throwing, and then make an advantage over that. That's kind of the situation with this fight, is to hurt Mikaela when when she's really cautious, really pound her up, and then win points, and then, you know, kind of like look for the stoppage. But I don't think she's gonna stop her. I think the refs is gonna be on her side, because ESPN really likes Mikaela Mayer. So I think that she would I think the judges, I'm not a judge, I think the refs would give Mikaela Mayer a lot of chances. So even if she did hit her, I don't think she's gonna stop her. But definitely win on points against Mikaela, you know, and then when you hurt Mikaela, make sure, like, you know, you like really hurt her to get the judges' attention, so they have to, like, give the fight to you. You have to make it completely one-sided, because they're just gonna rob you. If it's a good fight, they're just gonna rob you and give the fight to Mikaela. Even if you're the clear winner, they're just gonna give it to Mikaela, because ESPN really likes Mikaela. You know, and I kind of like Mikaela too. She is a good fighter. But yeah, I all around, this is a great fight for Mikaela. You know, this is a very good fight. But yeah. So my final prediction for this fight, I would have to go with Mikaela Mayer by a very wide unanimous decision. Like, yes, Farias got a little bit of power on her. Yes, she is the naturally bigger and stronger fighter. But what about anything else? Mikaela is a better boxer. She's a more of an aggressive fighter, and she's probably a quicker and she's probably like a quicker fighter than Farias. So that's literally only what Farias got, is her being the naturally bigger fighter, and her carrying a little bit of power. That's about it. She don't got like the speed. She don't, even though Mikaela doesn't really got that much speed. You know, she doesn't got like speed like Mare. She don't got, you know, the boxing IQ like Mare. She just like, you know, I feel like Mikaela Mare is just better than her at probably everything. So yeah, so that's my final prediction. I got Mikaela Mare by a wide unanimous decision. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm Fight Media 360, and thank you all for watching this video.